Gas is moving in. New safe zone located. Only 4 left. Got gas moving in. You're in the top 3. Don't let up now. Only 5 remain. Close.
Holding!
I literally couldn't see anything. No clue where that. No, I had literally no clue where that was coming from. Let's see. I've got Coach as the operator here, but that's putting me at a disadvantage. Pretty sure the hyper zone picked that. Yo, likeness monster in the
You got
building.
someone who needs to die?
I just lost in the final 4, right around there. I knew the guy was sniping at me the whole time, but I could not locate the target at all. Just couldn't see anything. They're shooting right at me over and over again, and I just could not find them. Even after the kill cam, I still don't have a clue where they are. Hype zone has motion blur turned on right now. Okay. Does anyone actually want motion blur? Like, again, is that like a light setting that, like, hey guys, I want motion blur on? Yeah, I don't know why. So he was obviously screwing around with this this PC down here, because he made a gun loadout of a P90 that is awful, and then he changed my operator, and he turned every setting up to extreme, and turned on motion blur, everything possible. So we're just seeing how it performs on stream and what it ends up looking like. But like, even if you turn it down to ultra, you can probably get quite a bit of... Yeah, he really does. You could sell him like a gun range game, and he would probably buy it, but not want to like end up playing it then, because he'd be like, "I want to test out these guns at the gun range." But then he wouldn't be able to like take it into the game live, even though he'd never actually want to use it anyways. Oh man, like, let's take a look at this gun, weapon, firing range. This is what he built. I'm just like, you know, I'm a big fan of the P90, but I was just like, the way Warzone is currently built, there's no way that that gun will be usable. Yeah, it always has a low TTK. I believe I used it in Warzone 1 quite a bit for fun, knowing that it wasn't that good. I always found like one of the balances, like, what gun did I use in the first Warzone? Like, I can't remember it, but it was an SMG, like MX9 or something like that. And I created this build where it was like really fast ADS. What I found was like I was losing gunfights, and I made that loadout.
Use this time for some target practice. The real thing coming soon.
So it wasn't obviously like a laser, like a prowl or something like that. Like kind of
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Overall skill in the game. I feel like that kind of situation is just pretty much like gone. You would have to use the Moonraker laser, flavor of the month, Dairy Queen or Culver's in this game. And they can all try to say what it is, but it's a Moonraker laser. And if you've been gaming long enough, you know
Playtime's over. Stand by for deployment to the war zone.
Switching mags.
I jumped online to see if like any of the boys were on. To see like if Fizzle was on, to see if Easy E was on. To see if the Rage was in the house. Nobody was on. I'm like, well,
Battle Royale.
alright, even though I'm low energy right now, tired, I somehow managed to not fall asleep.
Gas is closing on your
Pretty much
position.
out.
Suggest you hightail it
Easy
out
time.
there.
Get ready.
We gotta get a stream in the rotation a little bit, even though if we're not like bringing the energy tonight. We got clear skies tonight, so no electrical disturbance in the sky, no magnetic field issues coming, so the clear. It's kind of a quiet night on the 4th of July. Dropping it hot to the superstore. I feel like a mellowed out trigger. Like, you know, when you get later in the stream and just.
Targets are up. Don't take them down. Secure the supply
Switching
box.
mags.
This game, man.
Rotate
Taking
the
fire.
marks on your back map.
Why did it take that many shots? I mean, I've got a game on with like ultra settings right now. It just looks like shit. How, like, Raven, there's no way you, like, they deserve to not survive the Microsoft cuts, man.
Enemy UAV is online.
Taking fire.
Jesus Christ, I could hear it.
I'm hurt bad.
That was one thing that I noticed the last time I played this game. I cannot find or locate targets. And I don't have that zero system built into my console. The AI, you guys know it as aim assist. It's really helped.
Supply box secured. Move to the next one.
That autofocus of like, hey, you might not see the target, but if you ADS, it actually will focus in on where the target is. And I've seen that happen to the hyperzone a million times, because that dude can't focus at all. Now I could argue that
ATVR, ready
guys
for
like the
launch.
hyperzone or why aim assist is like probably a good thing. Or a good thing, well, we can like argue whether a good thing, but the value for aim assist is definitely there for a guy like the hyperzone. Now the problem is it gets into the hands of everyone, right? So it's fair in the sense that it happens to be there for everyone, whether or not it should be there or not. Yeah.
You're losing ground. Moving. Enemy UAV overhead.
Yeah, he only fights one way no matter the situation because he knows how to engage it. Yeah, and it kind of creates this thing where it raises, how would I say this? It raises the floor, but it also raises the ceiling at the same time. And it's not a 1-to-1 ratio where it's like, okay, you raise the floor, the ceiling, then incrementally goes. It's already
Enemy
taking
UAV
the guys
is
at the
online.
top who are already good and just boosts them even more so than the guys at the floor, where there already was a discrepancy. You know, I don't know who the top Call of Duty guys are, but I'll just use like a guy like that we all know, like Z Laner, for example. Like, he's really good on console, right? You give Z the power of AI assist, and it takes him to a whole nother level. Where now he can do his movement stuff, where he's, you know, backpedaling, and still like that magnet keeps him locked in.
Supply cache locations are offline. Contracts
Yeah, the up
compromised.
close fights are where you can see it. And then everyone does this jump. You ever notice
Hostile
that?
UAV in the area.
Jump as they're like finishing off a target, and it always like engages the head then. The truth is, there's a way to fix it. Like, keep it in the game.
Switching mags.
Just make a competitive lobby where like all sorts of like different shot from behind. I'm not getting shot from behind. That guy was shooting me.
Taking fire.
Wow, I didn't think that. Yeah, so I didn't feel like I'm late in the game on that one. I really didn't feel like I was taking that much damage. Yeah, DMR looked like of some sort.
Using smoke.
As we already know. This is
Enemy grenade.
Deployment.
free base Drano level 1. Interesting.
Let's get to work.
1-0 in the gulag, baby. Only in Warzone where the gunplay, in my opinion, is different in the gulag than it is in the rest of the Warzone. And I don't just mean because we're in a 1v1 small situation. I mean it actually feels different. I don't know how that feels for console players, but I feel it on PC. I really do.
Spotted
No,
the
I think
contract.
they should have like a competitive lobby, like as Doc used to say, hey, let's take a shit game and put ranked on it, right? But like aim assist disabled, a lot of like the heads up features disabled. This like I don't know how to describe it, but target highlighting
Friendly
needs to be
loadout drops
disabled.
on the way.
Where like, oh, just because I've seen the target and I mark it red or I'm shooting at it and it like stays red. I'll get it. It would be nice if they could
Got gas inbound.
fix some of the
Safe zone
issues of like
relocated.
shooting and then targets disappear, right? But
Enemy UAV overhead. Supply box is marked. Secure those locations.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I wonder what that if what I'm feeling is just the lack of the loadout, because it's sort of like that initial drop when everyone has the pistol, right? And all of a sudden they don't have their Moonraker lasers. They've got their Walter PPKs or PP, you know, from GoldenEye. What was it? Was it the PPK or PP7? They had to change the name, so I forget which one it was. But
Gas
that
is
drop
moving.
in. So am I just feeling the fact that like, hey, we're on an even field and this gun's not modified 10 degrees or 10 different ways, not 10 degrees. I'm tired.
Enemy UAV is online. Supply box secured. 2 to go.
But, you know, I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I also think sprint should be limited. There should be fatigue in the game. But I also don't think there should be slide canceling or power sliding. Backwards sliding. You know? Oh, God. The backward sliding is definitely a console mobility win for console players. It's possible to do as a PC player, but it's not easy to do. Like, it just innately isn't something that you're going to be doing with your fingers. You know, like keyboard players use WASD, so you're most likely going to be. You'll have your middle finger on W. And then obviously you'll spread out WASD, right? Your thumb is most likely going to be to the space bar. Your pinky is likely to be shift, most likely. And so it's hard to, depending on where your crouch button is, so that's something people need to rebind to pull it off, right? But like, okay, I'm doing forward, now I'm doing backwards, sprinting, and sliding. Now with anything, the more you use it, obviously the easier it becomes, but... You know, let's take a look. You don't have max guns and the metas that changed. Yeah, it's just not fun to put that kind of time in anymore. I couldn't imagine actually spending the time to max all the weapons out. Because I don't think the game becomes that fun even if you have the meta weapon. I think there's so many just annoyances that you're dealing with at the time that it's like the meta weapon obviously just becomes this thing that you do to have to tolerate some of the frustrations. And I'm recognizing that I sound like a boomer, but that's just my opinion.
Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone.
You know, I bet you that can be like a point of frustration for some developers if you think about it. Like, I'll give 343 Studios gets a lot of, you know, takes a lot of heat in this channel for their Halo development cycle. But their gunplay is actually really tight. And so
Supply cache
I can see that being
locations are
an annoyance where you're
resecured.
like, hey guys,
We
like,
lost that contract.
no one really likes Halo for a bunch of different
Hostile
reasons.
UAV in the area.
But our gunplay is really tight. We don't have these. I mean, theoretically, you have a meta weapon, right? But it's not. It's actually designed into the arc of the game system itself, as opposed to like the flavor of the month. But the gameplay, the gunplay is tight. The movement is pretty tight, I would say. And yet, the main thing is it's just not a battle royale. It's so then you go look at Call of Duty and
Gas is closing in.
there's so many different issues with Call of Duty, and yet it's popular, and you're looking at it like, I don't know, the game looks like crap, doesn't play very well, it has balancing issues, it has no soul to the game. There's
Enemy
no
UAV
story
overhead.
that goes with it or anything, and yet it's a more popular game simply because it's a battle royale. Like, that would be annoying in the sense of like if you took pride in like what you built. And I heard that the next Halo game is actually going away from the current engine in favor of like the Unreal Engine that like Fortnite's built upon. And I'm guessing that's just like to speed up development time. But that engine actually looks really good. That's what's so weird. It's like all Unreal games that are built on the Unreal Engine, you can tell that it's built in the Unreal Engine. It has this unique flavor to it. Whatever engine Call of Duty uses here is just ugly. It's not good.
Enemy UAV is online.
You know, some dev at Raven Studios that got laid off would probably come into the channel and be like, you know, well, actually, with our advanced architecture, this was able to, you know, and I would say, you know, that
You were 1 of 25 remaining. We lost that one, but
Target down.
of course there's a guy there. I mean, what are you gonna do? You've got,
Enemy field upgrade spotted.
like, what are you gonna do, man? Look at that guy. He's got all his camos and he's just laying on the ground at 2 in the morning, solos in Verdansk, man. How fun was your experience in the match you just played? I think it's fair to say not fun at all. Well, in our most recent polling, we indicated that 95% of people clicked on not fun at all when they died in their first drop-in of the night. And so what that deduces to us is that it's not our game or gameplay that's the problem. It's just people simply don't like to lose and not have a respawn. And you're like, ugh. My biggest takeaway to that is like, what am I mad that the guy was camping? No, right? Like camping's nothing new in a game. But there is absolutely, if the guy doesn't like miss 90% of his shots in a scenario like that, you are going to die. You can't return fire. So there's no active engagement going on. And this is like when we were messaging back and forth the other night talking about, I don't know how to make it work or how it would feel, but sort of like this Overwatch, Marvel Rivals, Paladins, sort of like hero shooter-esque type thing. One of the things that's fun about those games is that there's a little more of a battle that goes on back and forth between the players. Now, in Marvel Rivals, not as much, right? Like you're not talking about a huge chunk of time. But man, like I remember playing Blackout at the time and being frustrated when you would get the clink, 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 clink hitting the armor and then finally taking him down. But man, like, you don't know how good you have it until you get to where we're at now. And you can't return fire in this game at all. It's like hardcore mode. Back playing Team Deathmatch on hardcore, and you're just like, oh, Resurgence casual. There's a Resurgence casual? Havoc Royale? What's Havoc Royale? Respawn? Plunder. Place top 15 in Battle Royale. What is going on, guys? Find a match. Weapons, loadouts. Or if you're like a weapon designer in this game, like, you can't be happy that like all of these guns are essentially like rendered useless, right? By, why is this here? I don't know where this came from. Why I have a car now? I didn't do any of that, but okay. Maybe this is something the Hyperzone did one day. So when I press ADS, like there's actually quite a delay there from press. Just testing out, like if you, I'm testing out ADSing with the right mouse. Okay, so like here's ADSing and firing. Here's if I do them both at the same time. So is there like a sweet spot of it, like of like almost double clicking, but like it's just like maybe that's like where I'm. Man, ooh, aiming high. Or just do I fire first then ADS? Just all right. I'm coming around. This is harder to test out because you innately know where these targets are. I wonder what I didn't even look at that. He must. I don't know if he touched the audio at all. No, he left that alone. I think it's because when we're down here in the basement, I think he likes it that it sounded like World War III whenever it got started. I bet you it's because I have in-game sound all the way up still on the stream. Believe it or not, the in-game audio is only at 54 for a volume setting. I've got it turned down 15 decibels now on the actual stream output just to reduce that.
We'll be deploying shortly. Enemy soldier incoming.
But I would love if you could just get like a playtest round, right? Every once in a while where maybe they mix in a Wacky Wednesday here in the Warzone. Wacky Wednesday Warzone on WWW Day. Triple dub. And every once in a while, like there's a modifier just to test it out where like, hey, everyone has increased health. So like let's just see what our player base, like how that affects the game. And on Wacky Wednesdays, man, you could just throw that in there. And it's not every round, but like every third round is Wacky Wednesday, and like here's increased health, and just see what happens when you turn that into the player base's hands, right? And just see how it goes. You know, then you could put some marketing behind it too. You know, it'd be helpful if Call of Duty actually had like a community manager and someone that like just actually like responded to like concerns about the game. Be like, hey, I know a lot of you guys talk about you don't like aim assist, right? Well, here's why we have aim assist and where it's currently set at, how it's been over the years, why we see it, and like, hey, I know that there's a portion of you that are just never gonna like it, are gonna have an issue with it. And yep, that's fine. Admittedly, it's here to stay. Okay. I'll move on. Oh.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Did you see me get stuck in an animation where I was sliding down this thing even though I didn't want to be? I can tell you I didn't have my hand on the keyboard doing that, and I was still going down. I feel like if I sit back and wait, that they get me anyways. So instead of sitting back and waiting, that I just need to push the pace because I can't find targets anyways, so I might as well just hyper zone it around the map a little bit.
An enemy squad is hunting you. Stay sharp.
Reloading. You can definitely see that my aim is off. I'm not tracking well. 56 meters, alright. $51 meters. I think that's underneath or above. That sounds like in there, but
The enemy is no longer tracking you. You lost them.
now personally, I don't think you could actually hear any sound when you're on the roof of a building inside the building. But what do I know?
Gas is inbound.
How much money do I have? 8,500? I'm so out of the loop of this game. It's like, what do I go spend it on? Like, I don't even care. There was a point in my, like when I would play this game where I'd be like, you gotta go get X, Y, and Z.
Overhead.
Oh, here's another thing. They would never do it, but you know how I was talking about like sort of like the more hardcore mode? It would be ground loot only as well. Now, no one would want to play that because everyone's all excited to be like, I have my loadout, which isn't unique when everyone's playing the same loadout, but let's get back to like actually looting like matters. But that's where I'm just a boomer that's stuck in his ways that really enjoyed the Black Ops experience and Blackout of, you know, oh hey, I've got the ICR and I've got a level 3 scope, or just those kind of things. This is for booger noise. We're getting a rocket kill. Yeah, you're right. It wouldn't have the player base at all. I'm not saying Hyperzone would ever want to do this, but you know, if he really wanted to get better, like turning off his aim assist and jumping into like some of these casual modes, just so where he could get reps of having to like, okay, instead of like, let's say the bot's like right there, instead of doing what he does where he would just charge in and and kill it, right, because it's a bot, it would give him the reps of like, okay, it's sort of a moving target a little bit that's shooting back at me. And I could start to learn like, how do I move a little bit? Like, I could probably use it too, let's be honest. I'm not very good anymore. I never was, but I'm really not now. And he could actually build up some like reps before like actually like then taking it into like the real game. And then he could turn on the Wing Zero system and be like, holy crap. Or the Zero system. It's a Gundam Wing inside reference, but where the aim assist would he would find like, holy crap, this takes me to a whole new level. You know what's interesting about him?
UAV in the area.
He has, we're talking about like skills in terms of like his executive functioning brain capacity. He watched like a video today, like it was some dumb meme video of something, like it was a song basically. But he actually memorized the entire length of the video, like word for word today on his own. And I'm just looking at him like, hey man, I think that's only like a
Supply box is located.
2-minute video, but he can recite the whole entire video like word for word. So I'm like, I know you've got more skills sometimes than you let on, Hyperzone. Or it just comes out in different ways where like he was motivated for it for some reason. And it was just some like silly YouTube video of some tool bags like singing at the drive-thru.
Loadout drop headed your way.
Then he sang it about 20 times in the car.
Gas is closing in. Relocating safe zone.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to use it. That would be true. I'll give you an example. He had summer school for like 2 weeks, and they were doing some like coding, not like Python type coding, but just like a more of like a visual type coding. And he was doing pretty well with it, as far as I could tell. And some of the other kids in the class were struggling or not feeling motivated or not wanting, just finding it hard. And they were giving up, and it was something that like Garrett was actually finding like some success in. He's like, man, why are these guys giving up? And I just was sort of like putting out, there was a time where, take that as like a feather in your cap, but Garrett, not that he would understand that analogy, but like when math gets hard, he wants to give up. I'm like, man, bud, look, this was something that was hard, and you weren't giving up, and your teacher was getting frustrated with the other kids giving up, and here's something that you were wanting to take on and not giving up.
Requesting recon above.
I don't know where I was going with that, other than just, it shows that, the potential is there. It's just how to unlock it and.
That was close.
You've got gas moving in.
And how to access it. It's just stuff like that where the aim assist there would have killed that guy for me if I was on console. I want the booger rocket kill.
Taking fire.
Damn it.
Last vehicle down.
Oh, come on. Just stuck in the parachute animation.
This one's worm food.
God.
Success means redeployment. Failure
You already
means
know what we're
elimination.
going for, boys. Do it.
Target down. Stand by for redeployment.
I'm gonna need my boy to kind of meet me in the middle next time, man. It's hard to put on the show
Get to work.
when the guys aren't willing to engage. How many times do you think? How many seconds am I gonna last going right to this loadout? I'm gonna go 2.5 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Hey, that's longer than I thought. Oh, I thought that was a guy. Dude, my eyes though, like I don't see the targets in this game. And I don't know if this is a me thing or if it's the color palette thing or what it
Good
is, but
airstrike available.
I can't see shit. I know the stream qualities doesn't like translate well out on the Twitch or from what I'm seeing. Keep in mind, I have this game set to ultra settings right now, and look at this. Like if someone saw this, this looks like this looks like a preview of a game that you would say is in like early development. You'd see this and be like, well, we see the gun and can kind of like you can tell what's going on in there, but and they really got to add some like texturing to it, get the colors all worked out, really get the details locked in. And it's like, no, this is over a half a decade of work to get to this point. And what do you have? Brown. With a different shade of brown gun. With a different shade of brown skin. Another shade of brown. A wall that's supposed to be gray but has a brown tint to it. More brown. Blue. Brown. Blue. Green. Blazing white. I think that's what my stream really has become. When I think about it, I'm basically like a React streamer, except I'm not actually like reacting to like YouTube videos. I'm just reacting to like things and flaws in the game. Like I'm no different than a React streamer because this isn't a gameplay stream, obviously. That's just. Or I just react to like the situation that I ultimately failed and lost in the game.
Care package on standby.
Oh man. Care package.
TACOM, drop care package on my beacon.
Precision airstrike standing by.
Should we go check that out for fun? I mean, that's gonna get me killed 100%, right? Enemy nearby. How? What's giving me that intel? It's literally on my screen and I heard a sound. And how did someone know I'm right there? What information do they have that I don't have? What? Oh. I gotta move. Crazy. I still don't know how... They're looking at me right now. They're ADSing me. Oh my god. ADSing me.
Target mark, send it.
Copy. Longbow 3-1 on approach. Strike inbound. No hit. Go again.
Got his ass, bitch. Yeah, stick your face out again, fuck boy.
Switching mags.
Come on, pop yourself out somewhere. Where are you gonna be? Because I've outmaneuvered your ass.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
Now, obviously someone could be behind me on the hill right there. But I went from the low ground getting shot at to a guy who knew where I was, and I had no clue where he was, to rotating around him in the circle to the high ground, getting shots off on him. Now, he didn't hit me, but I put a fucking bullet right down the chamber onto him. You know, of course, did nothing. Oh my god. Oh my god. Said that guy was a level 1. So I should have died there, right? I think we can all say that. Still a level 1 with his
Gas is moving.
full loadouts here. What is this guy using? Dude, I don't even know what these things are anymore. So I definitely need more than a 30 round magazine or clip. I don't know which one is technically the... Guy gonna pop out of there? Historically, this area of the map that we're entering in Verdansk, it and I do not go well together. You know, like there's just certain basketball gyms you get in and things just don't go well, man. Like, okay, everything on this side right here of stadium, I seem to always have some luck in. Entering this area, oof, bad times, man. It's like when Brett Favre would enter the Metrodome back in the day. You know, the Vikings had the advantage at that point.
Got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated. Gulag's closed until further notice.
Enemy nearby.
You've got a loadout drop inbound.
Again, where? Where and how is that coming from? I just don't, you know what it comes down to? I don't have enough reps in the game yet to be able to fully utilize that information. I'm getting some sort of sound effect in my headset that's letting me know.
Only 4 remain.
But
Finish the job.
I don't know distance as to where that's going to be, direction. Other than like, hey, there is an enemy nearby. Okay, so it is helpful information, right? But like that just sounded like a zip line to me. Did you hear that? I swear I'm getting random sound effects that I can't decipher what's what. I'm kind of playing this like old school BR, slowly, methodically moving through the edge of the storm. Gunfight going on over there. Not 100% confident in my surroundings.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
Oh, God.
Supply crates are reaching.
Where did that come from?
Load up now.
you know, I thought I'm targeting someone, but really I'm getting shot at. Didn't see that coming. I'm up in no man's land, but all right.
Under
What?
fire!
Out of plates, good.
You're in the top 3. Don't let up now. Gas is inbound.
Always peeking, right? Like they always do. You see what I'm talking about, though? How I can't locate targets? I still have no fucking clue. Is it coming from the roof? Like, I'm getting shot at, but from where? I just... I feel like Ethan right now, man. Shout out to my man Easy E, but like,
Under fire!
I don't know where it is.
You're in the
Where?
last 2. Now finish this. Less than 5 were still standing. Next time we'll take that.
I don't see a single one of those tracers coming at me. I have it on ultra settings.
Gas is closing in. Get to
No,
the
no
news
flash coming from anywhere. No tracer on my screen. Nothing. I have a hit marker above me that has nothing to do. This isn't casual. This is like regular solos.
Gas is moving.
A level 1 named. And he just got dropped too. It has to be like a loadout, right? One of those like abilities. Shout out to Blackout, by the way, for their design, where we could get all those power-ups in the game, but you could activate it at key times as opposed to just like everyone having tracker or, you know, some sort of thing built in. Now, at times, like when someone would pop like a deadly silent, that would be really annoying, and then they would come flying up behind you. But I still think that all those systems combined were better than loadouts. So let's check my loadouts here. I was using this one, loadout 1. Alertness. Let's go investigate alertness. Sense when enemies are nearby. Tell when you are being aimed at by an enemy. So this is, I guess, like high alert, as opposed to like making that what's overkill? Equip 2 primary or secondary weapons. Tracker. Mountaineer. Take less fall damage. This feels like a hyper zone loadout. Take it. So this is my loadout. I don't remember ever setting these up, but I'm sure I did at one point. Taking damage from gunfire provides a boost to movement speed for a short duration. I feel like that's a pretty good one, but I don't actually know, right? Like, that's one of those things with these games. Sometimes, like, the tooltip that they give you in the description doesn't actually match the effect in the game and to what degree that is. I know I probably have to have neurogas. Snapshot grenade, concussion. This has to be stims, right? And this needs to be smoke. Throwing knife. Am I just missing smoke grenades? Tactical. There it is. Interesting. So let's take a look at perk 3. 15% movement speed versus Ghost. Immune to heartbeat sensor and proximity alarm. Tempered, which is 2 plates. Alertness. I'm not so sure the alertness thing was for me because I can't see the target. So I'm not sure being alerted to a target looking at me does anything to help me. So do I want the movements? Reduce movement penalty when reloading or using equipment. Reload while tack sprinting. Yeah, I think I need to either do the movement speed or tempered. Just for the 2 plates, but we'll stick with the movement speed. Let's check perk 1, Veteran. Veteran is reduce the negative effect of some equipment while ADSing sights, reduces flinch, and extend hold breath duration. Okay. I guess like veteran seems alright. I don't fucking know. Wild card. Let's read wild card. Overkill, we kind of know, right? Your loadout provides a supply UAV and utility box. Equip 3 extra attachments to your primary weapon. Jesus Christ. Oh, good lord, man. Rear grip. Commando grip. Stock. And we still have one more. Oh, God. Laser. Should I just add a laser to it as well? Jumping aim. Why is there. This is new to me. Jumping aim down sight speed. Jumping sprint to fire speed. Why is there a separate variable for that? I want to know what the difference between bullet velocity and damage range is. Because three little chevrons of damage range gives you more firepower on the right than 3 little chevrons of bullet velocity. Velocity is fire rate. See, to me, velocity is like the velocity at which the bullet is traveling through the air. Like, so like we would talk about that in like physics class, right? Velocity is like the velocity, the rate at which they're traveling. right? Yeah, how like at 50 feet they have a different bullet damage than like at 25 feet, where you're like, wait a sec there. Why is that bullet damage different at that kind of range? Recoil springs, okay. Score streak damage, penetration damage. Let's go into the firing range, just see what this does. There's a ton of kick to my gun still. Because I'm pretty used to it, there's a little reliability to it. Leave firing range. Loadouts. Let's take the Hyperzone's Kilo. Gunsmith it. Or no, not gunsmith it, because then let's drop the overkill. Instead of overkill, we'll do gunfighter. Keep the alert. We'll go to the gunsmith. And let's check on what we can do with the Kilo here. Muzzle. We could suppress this. So you can tell we haven't put any time into this gun. Rear grip. Oh, let's add that one. That way my jumping ADS speed's going to be increased. I mean, just think about that, guys. Like we're going to create a separate timer for when we're jump ADS. Fire mods. I don't even have it unlocked to take advantage of it yet. Well, let's put on a suppressor. Flip mag. We need to drop the flip mag. Okay. 2 magazines coupled together to improve reload speed. Extended mag 1 to 50. They give you 50 rounds with no drawback. The fuck, man? 50? No wonder everyone can just... Jesus Christ, look at this. Okay, there's a little more kick at a longer range, but still, like... Here, it doesn't feel like it's even moving. Okay, let's drop into Resurgence. It's so sad what they did to Rebirth Island. It's just not the same. Plunder. I forget what Plunder is. Battle Royale. There's no trios, man. And I feel like trios is the perfect Battle Royale. Havoc Royale. I just don't want to get into some of this gimmick shit. I feel like solo is the way to go when you don't have like a dedicated team. Like dropping it with randoms is almost useless. I don't have the HDR unlocked, and I don't know how to unlock it. It says unlocked in Armory. Again, hello, Mr. Community Manager. I'm a middle-aged guy. I pull up your game. I want to create a build with this gun. I go to the loadout system. I click your gun, and it says locked. And there's not any noticeable usable information as to why it's locked and how to unlock it. And when I click on things, nothing happens. And all it says is unlocked in the Armory. Now, you might know what the Armory is, but does anyone else see Armory on any of the buttons here? Or on any available menus? I see Warzone, Black Ops 6, Play, Beavis and Butthead, Weapons, Operators, Battle Pass, Events, Barracks, and Store. I don't see an Armory. Barracks. Well, here we go. Nothing. Do you remember when we used to get actual stats on our accuracy, kills, KD ratio for specific guns in 2010 on Black Ops for every gun? And it was in a menu in your game. So you could go look and see, what gun do I actually do the best with? Yeah, like, so you were right. Armory is in Barracks under challenges. Hello, Mr. Community Manager. You say it's in the Armory, and their Armory button isn't appearing on the screen, but it's hidden inside multiple steps. Like, how would I intuitively know, like, oh, you're right, the Armory will be inside the Barracks, but inside challenges? Why would you say it's in challenges inside the Barracks? Legacy, I don't even care at this point. HDR, it was just there, so currently active. Okay, so you have to God. Again, how would you intuitively know that you need to set it as like a currently active challenge? Like, there's no way this stuff would be like Boogie Nights approved. Like, okay, we're in a boardroom, we got a whiteboard in front of us, and we're sitting there with the UI team, and you got Booger Noise in there, ready to do a little dental work on everyone, and the UA team is presenting this information. And it's like, okay, we've got this idea. One, you're not going to ever be able to find where this information is, and it's going to be really convoluted, and we're not going to tell you how to unlock it. You need to set it as like your active challenge thing. So like you can't actually complete the challenge unless it's your active challenge. And even then, it's still not really clear. Is Booger Noise knocking that guy out, or is he like, dude, that's a great idea?
Check weapons and gear. We're holding for deployment.
Like Booger's putting that guy to sleep. It's kind of fishy to be seeing level 1s in this game at this point. My thoughts are with like putting Beavis and Butthead in the game. Why is there not a map and like a theme in like the Beavis and Butthead sort of like cartoon
All
world art
stations,
style?
green light. We're deploying to the war zone.
Reloading.
Like instead of just adding them to the game that's already there, why is that not like a cell shaded, like whatever city? I forget the name of the town that they lived in. But why is that? Because it would be too close to Fortnite, I suppose. But that's kind of basically what they're modeling, anyways. I feel like.
Battle Royale. Keep clear of the gas.
All right.
Get to the safe zone.
Used to do a lot of fighting down
Back.
here.
Get ready.
This was like one of my Warzone 1 drop points when we were not going Superstore. Just because I would get a rocket launcher here, I had good times and good memories.
You're clear to engage all hostiles. Heads
Being-
up. An enemy squad marks you as a bounty target.
Let them come. Do they have the guts? I don't think they do. I'm gonna pay the price for running out in the open. The truth is, I think I represent like the average
Enemies are
player.
dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
And I feel like the average player in this game, like, you cannot run and gun at all. That it's a weird spot to be in right now. Like, if maybe this is like the solos experience, but if you're moving and you're the average player, you're gonna get killed. Oh my god. My reaction time was about I didn't even see him. He's right in front of me.
Taking effective fire.
And then my brain caught up to what I was seeing. You can.
Welcome to the gulag.
Oh man. And then my brain realized, bro, there's a guy right there. You could just feel that lag of like the packet loss of my eyes and brain connecting, and then all of a sudden it flooding in all at once, along with my thought of like, dude, you realizing how far behind you are on this one? Oh my god. Of course there's a guy hiding the fucking steps though. Not moving. Oh my god.
Be ready. You're next.
Alright, boys. You know what's coming. Oh yeah, he was not moving up those steps. He's launching the stream, dude, going, yo man, this guy's right, man. If you move, you get fucked in this game, and taking that guy's advice. Oh, come on.
Loading
Reloading.
Enemy eliminated. Prepare for
Goated
redeployment.
Scar, another level 1. This just seems weird tonight. I'm not in casual.
Let's get to work.
Are these guys just like why am I running? Is it just because it's like the 4th of July and maybe kiddos that are normally like allowed on or on? I was hoping we'd get an appearance from the Fizzle, man, or someone. No late night booger bashes are kind of disappointing. Three sniper rifles. Four sniper rifles in a row. Care package.
available for delivery.
SMG. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the most iconic locations in Verdansk. Is a man named Booger Noise comes flying through here and says, "Watch this," and history happens.
Toro marking care package LZ.
And I'm gonna get killed in 5, 4. Fuck it. Who cares?
I'll drive.
Alright, let's do this. Let's go investigate the airport. Got him. He's downed though, so I assume he has a revive, right? Oh, we'll move a little bit. Oh, let's just go up here for fun. This is obviously horrible positioning. Yeah, 47 revives, that's about right, right? He's already bought that Beavis and Butthead skin the second it came out. Probably never even watched Beavis and Butthead.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
Fun game though, right, where you snipe a guy.
Switching map.
Where's it coming from, man? I don't know. think he's moving off of like right around here. There's no way. He rotated here. Yep. Am I like overcompensating a little bit? Yeah, okay. Okay. Because there would ever be that firing angle.
Loading new mag.
Just imagine that shot with an assault rifle, by the way. You're behind boxes looking out of a looking out of a shed at an upward trajectory into a tower with the light behind it with a pole in between and boxes in there, and somehow you just pinpointing those shots at me. Oh god, this game. I know all I do is whine once I'm on stream, but which one should I get? Do I have a self-revive? I already have one, it says. We'll take this time to get killed and learn.
Precision airstrike ready for tasking.
Oh. Oh, I didn't want that, but I guess we'll take it. Dude, I'm... Alright, watch this. I'll be a rat. I hear that noise, but is that just wind? He was here. Where did he go? What? Okay. We can change our position. I don't feel bad about it. Oh man, this guy just keeps escaping me. Dude, I swear I heard something. How?
Gas is closing in. Relocating safe zone.
I mean, credit to the guy, right? He outpositioned me. Somehow found a way to, like, get behind me without me knowing it. Supreme map knowledge on this guy's part, right?
Brilliant effort. Keep ahead.
J-Dog 93. Let's take some observations of our man J-Dog 93 here, ladies and gentlemen. Can definitely confirm he is a controller player. He's a level 1.
Gas is inbound.
So this is when I see this kind of stuff, though. You can't tell me that anyone is like actually knows what they're doing. They're just like doing this stuff, and then the computer just aims for them with the aim assist. Notice how his like sprinting makes no sound, but his sliding makes sound. That might just be like the way spectating is. But. Yeah, I believe it. Just this is the kind of crap Garrett tries to do. J-Dog 93 418 0600 with his Krig C. Oh, man. You can definitely tell he's feeling good about it. Oh, but now he's back to not moving at all. This game is so gutless, man. There's every parlor trick in the book to coming back in this game, whether it's self-revives, gulag. Just, oh. It's crazy, like, when you think about it,
Gas inbound. Safe zone
that
relocated.
they didn't think that that was enough, and they remember when they added, like, the flare gun to, like, buy someone, to, like,
Supply crates have
respawn
been
someone
restocked.
instantly.
Load up.
Or the pizza box, you know, whatever you want to call it. Then that wasn't enough. They added the mobile buy station. And I don't know if these things still exist, but I'm just saying there was the pizza box, the mobile buy station, the gulag token. Oh my god. Why do you think he's gotten away from his like power sliding that he was doing and now is not doing it? What would be the change in the behavior?
You've got gas moving in.
Yep, time to just not move. Oh, here we are. So we've got one guy in this section, another guy in this section. He's got to be watching the mini map, but not making. I gotta give it to our guy. He is dead, almost dead center of this circle. How did he know that that was there? That's now obviously you're taking a guess, but that was like hit marker, hit marker, hit marker perfectly. And there's a buy right there, right? So he's gonna be sedentary target in a specific spot, but still. What am I missing here?
Guess what, guys? I was totally acting in self-defense.
You're losing ground. Move it.
Okay, so he's getting shot at from behind, but he's not. To me, it looked like it was from behind. He's not phased by it at all. He is not moving. I know. What do you think, your booger noise all of a sudden here? Watch this, boys. Come on. Don't even try. Don't try to hot dog it, my man. You don't got the guts. Yeah, put it away. Get back to your little purple guns.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
I can't believe how popular these kind of skins have been over the years. I remember kind of like their first introduction. What was it? Black Ops 2? May have been Black Ops 1, but I'm pretty sure it was 2. And dude, people love them. Like you could introduce every color in the world as long as it glows and has a little animation to it. You could charge money for it and people will eat that shit up.
Gas is closing in.
What's our guy doing?
Yeah, man.
That was not a good one. I mean, it's fair to say that even though this guy is clearly not a level 1, right? This isn't a first timer. Yeah, no, I know. We're definitely not saying he's a good player, but clearly this is a guy who's either I have a bug, like as far as like my leveling system here, but
Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone.
I'm still curious. I wish I could like, again, back in 2010 when we could like rewind the game and watch it. I understand it would be a big file for Warzone, right? But we did it in 2010 on an Xbox 360. From 2000.
Gas is inbound.
I mean, I'm sorry, but there's just no recoil in this game. Did you see that? Like, just nothing. That guy down there never stood a chance. Oh. He's on to you, buddy. You're gonna... What? What? What?
Only 2 left.
Okay, so the my leveling system's just bugged out because here it says another level 1.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
Don't leave your high ground, brother.
You've got gas moving in.
There he is. No recoil again. Woohoo! Yeah, you were never. Yes. Who's the guy that gets the end? What was the reoccurring theme in all of those kills that we watched? There was no return fire. The only time we got to see return fire was when our dude somehow quick scoped a guy on top of a rooftop through a bush that I couldn't see the target. Somehow the guy on the console could. And then ultimately, because he was pinned down and he got to experience the same thing coming back at him, and he was done. But what did we see? We didn't see a single gunfight. We just saw guys taking turns destroying each other one after another. Like, oh, it's your turn to die now. Your turn to die. Your turn to die. And not my turn. Leave lobby. I don't know if I can do another one of those. Oh god, let's just drop into this. Like, no one actually thinks this is good, right?
Ruck up. You're headed to the war zone. Enemies dropping into the AO. stations, we are green to go. Stand by for deployment.
Oh, we got a TTVer on our team.
Havoc. New tricks and twists activate every circle. Handle them all, survive until the end. Mark a drop point for your squad and hit the field.
No drop point marked, huh?
Heard.
Oh my god. I'm going short.
Head for my waypoint.
Okay, so we have what loadouts already?
Havoc system online.
Oh. Thought the game was crashing there.
Modifier active.
Care package on standby.
Requesting care package deployed.
Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done. Enemy airstrike in the area. Enemy UAV is online.
I'll just camp in the bathroom. Our TTVer is down. Oh, jeez. I really don't understand the point of this.
Counter UAV available for tasking.
Get a counter UAV
You
in
have
the air.
reinforcements inbound.
Counter UAV above. Music on.
Enemy forces have destroyed your CUAV.
I know coming outside is dumb, but I feel like moving around a little bit.
Your squad's in the safe zone. You're losing ground. Move it. Your squad mate's back on station. Good work.
I swear it sounded like a guy was like running right around me. What should we buy? Door barricade. There's a door barricade. I don't even know
You
what
have
to buy.
reinforcements inbound.
Welcome back, boys.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Hey, no way our TTVer is AFK. Havoc seems to be just some awful game mode so far. Like, small circles, they said a lot of extra things are happening each round, but I haven't been able to identify anything yet. We started off with loadouts already,
Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone.
which I guess is fine because I hope it counts towards, like, you know how like when you just have the gun equipped and they're running around with it, it counts.
New modifier active.
Reloading.
What?
Hostile shooter.
Oh, really? I just... What am I playing?
Only 10 left.
Who knew that our AFK guy came in handy there?
Squads active in the field.
Let's get to work.
Oh, we better get down. You can see everything on radar right now. Oh, it's coming from behind. Oh, guy's shooting at me.
Well
Guy's
done.
looking at me from the rooftop. We're too far away for their aim assist to engage.
Be advised, you still have squad mates outside the safe zone. Enemy UAV is online.
Eyes on enemy.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Guys coming down foreshore now on us. Alright, let's see what everyone's got here. Be nice if this radar wasn't on.
Setting rally point.
I don't know what a proximity alarm does.
Gas is closing in. Relocating safe zone.
Enemy nearby.
New modifier active.
Hostile
Enemy
shooter.
UAV overhead.
Oof.
Hostile UAV in the area.
I have no clue where my teammate is.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Sentry turret.
Sentry turret ready to deploy.
They tagged me. Deploying portable radar.
Where? What the fuck?
Inserting armor. That was close. Changing mag.
Where? There's just no, like, how do I never...
Inserting armor.
Charge jump? What? Blast trap?
Gas is moving in. New safe
Okay,
zone
so you
located.
can charge up your jump.
Respawns are now
Weird.
disabled.
Switching mags.
New modifier active. Enemy UAV is online. Your squad is down. Stay
Ow.
alive to bring them back. Your squad mate's back on station. Good work.
Care package available for delivery.
Enemy deployed an advanced UAV.
How would you know I'm fucking there?
Hostile UAV in the area.
Enemy ordnance incoming. Missile strike on a nearby
Oh,
target.
good.
Get your squad to the safe zone. Leave no one behind. Enemy advanced UAV overhead.
Oh, good. I won't be a sitting duck at all. This-
Only 10 were left. They hit us hard that time. Cut yourself off, regroup.
How is he just? They had to have. That was the advanced UAV team, right? Because they were just like hugging the exact wall, like ADSing that I was on.
Stun grenade out.
I know, man. Call of Duty is just not fun. Like it, even like I got a kill there, it's not really like an enjoyable experience. It's sort of like, oh god. Like it was, it's been interesting tonight just to play something different. But honestly, I think I would have had a better experience if I had just dropped into like Cold War multiplayer. 35 multiplayer maps in Black Ops 6? Is that right? What is Call of Duty's target audience these days? Resurgence casual, like they still want $70 for the standard edition. I'll do a little duos on Rebirth Island. Purchase for 1,000 Call of Duty points.
I am the great Cornholio. I am Cornholio. I need TV for my bunghole.
Oh man.
Check weapons and gear. We're holding the deployment.
Yeah, checking online. 815, last seen a day ago, so not on. Why does it do this ow sound? Tell me this just doesn't look like a Chinese knockoff of a first-person shooter.
Resurgence. Survive the countdown to earn resources.
Oh, it's a duos drop, but I don't have a duos, so fun.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Sure, this will be a enjoyable experience for me.
Enemy dropping into the AO. Enemy UAV is online.
I'm anticipating this being a
Enemy soldier incoming.
Incoming flash.
dude.
Necesito médico.
How? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Let's get to work.
Stand by for redeployment.
Guys wearing the same skin, playing duos. One guy's hiding behind a door.
Gas is closing in. Your objective's simple. Eliminate all bounty targets.
I don't have a lot of assault rifle ammo to get the job done for that one.
Ten remain. You're almost done here. We've got 10 squads active in the field. Got a loadout drop inbound. Enemy UAV overhead.
It's gotta be right here, right? Fuck. Now he's in touch. Oh! Oh, man. That's what I mean about the aim assist, though. Do you see how it tracks with you while you're
Primary
moving?
objective complete.
It's just
All
like it's
targets
perfect,
eliminated.
too.
You're back on station. Go get after it.
Or that's just the feature of, like, the kill cam, right? But still, it's just... Like, I'm willing to say that that's just the way it always looks, right?
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
We're gonna just have to rat this one to try to get to the end.
Gas is moving.
There's someone else is ratting too right now.
Enemy dropping into the AO. Good kill. Marking the rest of that squad on your attack map. Get hunting. Up to the station. If you reach the target,
Aw, I thought I had a gas mask. Why?
Fire sale active. Buy station by
Ah, gas got me. Fun game. Oh, I'm still alive.
You're redeploying.
Jesus. Oof.
Resurgence window is ending. Watch your six.
UAV standing by.
Get a UAV on
Only
play.
4 remain. Finish the job. 5 squads still operational in the AO. You're losing ground. Move it.
What is this?
Priority tasking request received. UAV exiting AO. Delta.
Time of flight 5 seconds. Out.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Contract failed. You'll have to be faster than that, soldier. Target down. Marking the rest of them.
One by artillery fire.
What? There's no audio.
Surgeons have been deactivated. This is the end game. 3 squads left in the war zone. Stay alert. Valiant effort. Keep your head up and
Changing
return
mags.
to base for debrief.
It's just, it's not even fun to try to play. Well, boys, at least we got that out of our system tonight. I don't know why every holiday we choose to drop into Warzone, but it's sort of just like like, hey, we're home for the holidays or a holiday, and so we'll drop into the Warzone, right, just to see what the experience is like. And well, it was pretty miserable. So there you have it. Gave everyone a little Warzone stream tonight. All right, boys, it's your man, the Mega Power TV. I'm out.